so that's one ring off. Right, so you see how to take the rings off. I'll do those later. You haven't seen how to take the piston off yet, so I'll show you that. This side, there's normally, normal engines I've seen, there's two circlips, and it's in there. I don't know if you can see it, that little tiny circlip in there. And all you do, you twist it in and it comes out like that. It's on the floor, but I've got it, so we found it. So hang on, I'll show you properly. There we are, look, it's just a little spring, and it goes in there like that. And there's a little groove in the, you probably can't see it, but there's a little groove inside the piston. So we've got that, and I put that safely in the jug, because if I lose that, well, we are in trouble. And then the gudgeon pin should tap out. Now I'm going to do that later, simply because I want to be very careful. I've got to take the rings off, and all that happens is, it's called the gudgeon pin, look, or some people call it something else. It's just a steel pin that goes in the hole of your connecting rod, which is that piece, and it's free to move sideways, but not that way, and there's no play in it because it's a new engine. So you would have a new connecting rod for the bearing, you have a new one of those, and you'd have a new piston which would have a new gudgeon pin. So all you do when you put it together, it's all brand new, you see, as this one is. So to take this out, as I say, it's not a problem whatsoever, but it does mean that I've just got to put it on something very soft, a piece of rag, and you just get a punch slightly smaller than that and tap it out. It's a simple job, so I don't have to show you that. So there we are, we've got the engine in pieces. Now the next thing, of course, is to take the valves off, and once again, I'm not 100% sure. You're supposed to have a valve lifter, but I'll just, oh, you can see it, I'll just tip the camera very slightly down. And there we are. Now, there's your valve. I don't know how strong they are or anything, but if you get a small open-ended spanner, I must have one somewhere, oh, it'll be in here. Right, and how you can do it is just to get a small, and that's small enough, yeah, and if I do that, oh no, it's not quite small enough, that's like this, let's try that, and you can then hold the valve and lift the spring, and there are two collets in there, normally, I don't know how these are held in yet, but you compress the spring like that and take the collet off, and it holds it in. There's normally two. Right, so I'm going to have to, sorry, I have my hand in the way and you can see. Let me do it from this side. So I'm just holding the valve, the head of the valve, now my arm's in the way. Oh dear, I don't know how to show you this. Let me turn it that way. Try again. Right, there. Yeah, now you can see. Right, so you hold that and you compress the spring, and you can't actually see, but on the top of the valve, I'll show you when I get it out, but on the top of the valve there's a little collet that comes off, and then that little plate on the bottom of the valve spring comes off and the valve comes out, and then I can show you how to clean the valves and do all that, but that's gone quite well. So under normal circumstances as well, in there's a little oil seal there, if you can see it, it just presses in. So under normal circumstances you'd have new oil seals, new gaskets, new conrods, and hopefully you wouldn't need new bearings, because this one is just in the aluminium, well, they both are. So the crankshaft, the main bearings on these are literally bushes. I don't know if you can see in there, but they're a nice fit anyway. So the crankshaft goes in there. What's that side? That's the flywheel side, isn't it? Yeah. So that goes in there like that, and as you can see, it turns quite nicely. You know, there's no play whatsoever. You can see that it's a brand new engine, so it shouldn't be. And there's a little oil seal on the outside to stop the oil come out. So we're not going to touch that because I don't want to damage it, and there's no need. So normally you would take that oil seal there out, You hope that these main bearings would be alright, to be honest. Should run. And the crankshaft should be alright. You would just buy a new connecting rod, because that's the bit that's supposed to wear. New gaskets. A new piston, which would come complete with rings, although they might be off, so you'd have to take them off. You've seen me taking one off, so you know, that's that. And then all you have to do is to knock the gudgeon pin out, put it all back together again, oil it well and put it back. So that's it, engines and bits. So we'll get those off, just get the piston off and the valves out, and as I say, I've shown you how to do that, and then we'll start cleaning it up. And as I've said in the past, I'm not going to bore you showing you cleaning lots and lots of bits. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put this cap back on here so it doesn't get lost. The best thing to do, even though you know where everything goes, that goes that way around, is just to slip the bolts back in here. And that way you won't lose them. Because again, that's not a good idea, is it? You know, when you lose bolts. So there we are. Right, that's a very nice engine. I'm quite pleased with that. So now we're fully stripped except for the valves. You've got to slip them out, and when I get them out I'll show you the valves. But that's what they are, look, they're there. And I'm nothing to open with big screwdrivers. Just show the valves opening because I didn't before. Showed you the camshaft. Right, well, if I hold that like that and press that one up, you should be able to see that valve opening. And that lets the air in and out. That lets the gases in and out. You see? That's how it works. So that camshaft pushes on that little flat pin on a rod, and it pushes the valve open at the right time. And it either sucks air in and blows it out. You know, it's all very simple once you know, but some people don't. And that's what the whole point of this is about. You know, it's a video of 100 ways how to take a nut off a bolt, but hopefully it's still entertaining enough for people that do know to have a look. There we are then. Right, we'll see how long we've got. Probably miles too long. I'm only doing short videos. I might do 2 or 3 because it could be a day or 2 before I get back to it again. So we'll see how we go. Right, how about that? See you later.